Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lize Okoh. I'm a boudoir photographer based here in London. So today I'll be showing you the tips and tricks I use to achieve my dark and moody boudoir photos. I've been a boudoir photographer for 5 years now, so I'll be sharing some of the things I've learned in that journey. Today I have the wonderful Keisha here who is modeling for me. She's also an amazing portrait photographer here in London, so make sure you check her out. I'll leave the details down below. So there are 3 principles to getting really good dark and moody portraits. The first is you definitely want to have like a dark backdrop, and for me here in my studio I use this floral backdrop and I got it from, I don't remember where now. I'll leave the link down below. I'll write it on the screen. But some people also, you can also get dark and moody shots without a dark backdrop. Well, a dark backdrop definitely helps you, enhances the shadow, the contrast, and just gives it that moody, dreamy, sultry feel you're trying to capture. So for me, definitely this backdrop, dark backdrop, or even when I use this green couch here, it's darker, so that also helps me get that shot. So the second thing you want to ensure is that you have a good light source. Usually you want just one big light source that is directional, so you don't have like light bouncing out from anywhere. To be honest, the wall on the opposite side of me is white, so in a way it sort of bounces light. But the good thing about it is you can always tweak your camera settings to make sure you're shooting for the highlights and the shadows and everything is in control. And the third trick or principle is where your model is standing in relation to yourself and the window source. So I'm just gonna have Keisha to quickly demonstrate the third trick. So where she stands in relation to myself and the source of light is really important. So I achieve this in 2 ways. One is having her in between myself and the window. So the window is over there, she's here and I'm here. And in a way you can almost see that as like being backlit, but it also still helps me achieve that dark and moody feel. The second way I get it using the model's positioning is by using a triangle. So I could stand in front of her here. We have the window source of light here, we have the model, and we have myself here, which creates a triangle. And then when I have her positioned on the chair, which I'll show you in a minute, on the chair here, we have the window, we have her, we have myself. So we're creating like an upside down triangle this way as well. So I hope that makes it clear. Okay, so usually I always start this side of the studio with standing shots just to warm up the model a bit, the client, and then we move into other shots. So once it's standing there, my next thing is to set my camera. So usually I shoot in 2.8 or 3.2. Right now, sometimes my focus is not the greatest on this, so I go for 3.2 just to make sure I'm keeping the images sharp and focused. My ISO, I would usually put it in around 400, and my shutter speed, I leave it at 200. And then white balance, of course, you do it. So I just do a test shot to make sure it looks how I want it to do. That looks good. So push your legs on the chair and you're like staying on your side, looking towards me. Yeah, like that.
This is such a nice chair.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. And I love that, pointing your toes. And so once I'm in this position now, I then have to look at my lighting to make sure I'm also setting up my camera in regards to, because I'm going to get like a flood of backlight from there and I don't want it to be too blown out. So I usually may reduce my ISO because I can always bring up the shadows when I'm editing. fingers. You always want to make sure you are paying attention to the client's fingers. It's a lot of things, details to look at when you're doing this sort of photo shoot. Making sure they are pointing their toes and their fingers. You don't always want it crunched up depending on what the pose is. You want it like soft and laid out flat. So lean your head even a bit more. Yes, it's like it's falling. Yes, beautiful. So there you go. Chin up a bit and then patch your lips open slightly. Beautiful. Yeah, I love that. But you know the top knee? I want you to slide it forward. Point it forward. Keep going. Leave your legs closed, but just slide it forward. Yeah. Yes, like that. Because it creates that nice curve of your hips. Lower back, kinda in a spinning move. Where you wanna go, what you wanna do? Lower back, kinda in a spinning move. Ain't no stress in the night, just gon' ring up the price. Ain't been out in a minute, good to finally get out. I'ma dance till my feet hurt, body move like reverse. Do it like it's rehearsed, sun them like they rebirth. Dance with my one of my favorite poses and everyone loves this. I think I'll do another video on all my favorite poses as well. So you sit as close or as far back to the chair, whatever allows you to comfortably relax your head. You should be relaxed, you shouldn't struggle, your neck should be fine. You place your hands under your head, should be fine as well. With this, I know everyone's mobility is different, so see however your hands can reach. And then your right knee wants to be higher than the left, and you remain on your tippy toe and your legs not spread apart, closed. You should just be relaxing like you're about to take a nap on the lounger. Go crazy. No, I'm on your mind. Body look amazing. Body look amazing. No, I'm looking good. Stepping out the big way. We made it out the hood. Made it out them hard times. Made it out the struggle. Pop out on a Friday, blew a bag like it's nothing. Finally made it out the group chat. Good to see my girls doing good. Big facts. It's a Friday night. It's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed. It's a vibe night. It's a Friday night. It's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed. It's a vibe night. Where you wanna go? What you wanna do? Lower back, kinda in a spinning move. Where you wanna go? What you wanna do? Lower back, kinda in a spinning move. So with this, you can see it's actually a triangle. The light source is here. She's here and I'm here, and that's creating a triangle. Vibing thing, a vibing thing. Vibing thing, a vibing thing. It's a Friday night, a vibing thing. Vibing thing, a vibing thing. It's a vibing thing. It's a Friday night, a vibing thing. It's a vibing thing, a Friday night, a vibing thing. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed. It's a vibing night, it's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Now let's take that right hand, place it on your chest. Turn your head so you're facing up to the ceiling. Leave your hands where they are. Nice, chin up now. Beautiful. Turn your head a tiny bit towards me. Yes. Perfect. There you are. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I can keep going on and on with poses and so many things, but this video is going to be so long. I just wanted to show you the fundamentals and the different poses and where I've positioned myself. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. What did you feel about the session?
I absolutely loved it. I feel like at first I thought like, okay, I would have poses, but you showed me so much different things and I learned a lot, and I really appreciate you showing me this because I'm like, wow, I didn't know that existed, kind of thing. So it was really cool. Definitely worth it.
And that's something interesting to actually hear another photographer say. But the thing is, boudoir is quite different from usual portrait photography. When I started myself, I didn't know lots of these poses, but as you continue to practice and continue to do this over the years, I've sort of built a flow. It's not quite the flow you've seen today because I've just chopped my flow a bit to try and show you different poses. But usually with my client session, there's a flow I take them on that starts to make them ease and feel comfortable and feel confident during the photo shoot. Anyway, I hope this has proved useful for you. If you're like a beginner boudoir photographer, I hope you sort of learned the ideas and the principles behind dark and moody photo shoots. This is it for now. Make sure you check out this video where I talk about how to start your boudoir business. And until next time, remember, you don't have to be a struggling artist. Let's do some, ooh, Are you feeling a bit experimental? I'll show you the next pose. If you come and stand here. This pose, I love showing my clients this pose. Because, it takes a bit of stamina, but most people get it. So, I'm sure lots of people have seen boudoir photographer do this pose, and I'm attempting to do it on the chair. So you have to find your balance. Okay. The trick with this pose is your feet, your bum, and your head would be on the surface, and your shoulders will be off of the surface. So I'll show you what I do. Always, I see people make this mistake. You want the leg that it's like out to be higher up than the other one. Because when it's like this, I don't like how it looks. Like this looks better. I do get cramp on my toes, but you basically want to be tippy-toed. So now my toes on the chair, my bum on the chair. So now instead of lying flat, the trick is to tilt your head up, where it becomes like the middle of your head. This point is on the surface rather than the back of your head. So you put the middle of your head, your shoulder is off of the surface, and then your hand goes behind you, and you create that amazing silhouette look. So this is what I want you to attempt. We'll take it easy, we'll see.